ANC Ward Candidate Siyabonga Mkhize in Cato Crest, Durban, is struggling to come to terms with the murder. Mkhize was travelling with 3 other ANC members conducting a door-to-door campaign in the area when they were allegedly ambushed by unknown assailants and killed. SABC News reporter Bongani Gema is on the story for us. Tell us more, sir. What more are we learning with regards to the circumstances surrounding this death?
Well, thank you very much, Blaine. Good morning to you and good morning to our SABC viewers. Blaine, we are at Cato Crest, quarter 101, where Siyabonga Mkhize was murdered yesterday. He was traveling, as you said in your intro, with 3 other ANC members. Another one died. The third one is critical in hospital. And the 4th one, we heard that he ran away, Blaine. We were at the family home. I must mention that the situation here is very volatile, Blaine. We couldn't get the family to speak to us. They were afraid to come on camera. Other residents were there to pay their respects. We were also hesitant to speak to us, Blaine. So we decided to leave the family, Blaine, and come to by the roadside and speak to you. What we found out from the people who were speaking to us, who we cannot name, were saying that this area, Blaine, the ANC in this area is broken into 2 groups. They are fighting. These 2 groups are fighting. They cannot agree on a single ward candidate. They are saying that this area, Blaine, has many issues when it comes to jobs that are not given to the community. They are saying that friends are being given municipal jobs, and they're saying that Siyabonga Mkhize was a candidate that the community wanted to put as a councillor because they had a belief that he can change the situation in the area, Blaine. So the community is saying that he died because of that, because he was standing against the people who wanted this community to vote for them. They were saying that Siyabonga Mkhize was the candidate that received the majority votes when the communities were electing their preferred candidates. Blaine. This area, Blaine, I must mention that this area, we did come earlier in the year to cover the killings that were happening in this area. In one road, Blaine, there were a number of people who were killed in consecutive days, and we found that the councillor at the time who is coming out now, Ngiba, we were told that he's put in a safe place because there were threats on his life. Siyabonga Mkhize was the candidate that was supposed to come in place of Ngiba. Blaine, you remember earlier we also covered Siyabonga Mkhize was telling us there was the issue with his ID book when he was supposed to be captured by the ANC in order to stand as a candidate. Blaine, there was issues with his ID book. He was found that he was deceased, whereas he was still alive. So he was fighting for that, and eventually, Blaine, he managed to fix that. As we can see, the billboards have his pictures, Blaine. So he was the candidate that was preferred in this area, and unfortunately, he was murdered yesterday. We don't know. The police are saying that the motive behind the killing is not yet known. But as I told you, that the community is saying that they do believe that he was murdered because he was standing against the people who are changing things in this community, doing things that the communities don't want, giving jobs to pals. Blaine?
Given that this has happened now, Bongani, is door-to-door campaigns, are door-to-door campaigns still continuing, or is there fear on the ground?
Well, Blaine, there is indeed fear on the ground, Blaine, but the NC member who we spoke with was saying that they are not going back. They are continuing with their campaigns because they want to bring change into this community, Blaine. They were saying that indeed there are threats on their lives. Also, they are still receiving threats, but they are saying that they will not change because they want to bring change into this community, Blaine. So indeed, door-to-door campaigns, they are saying they will continue, Blaine. I must also mention that we have been told that the ANC in the province will be coming to the family of Siyabonga Mkhize also to pay their respects. So we're hoping, Blaine, that when the ANC is here, we can then get a chance to go into the family home and then speak, Blaine, to the family. You'll remember that speaking to SABC yesterday, and Ntombela said that the deaths in this province have decreased compared to 2016, Blaine. You'll remember that 2016 we had the number of deaths. Recently, Blaine, you remember this in Nanda. There were also attacks there when the communities were going to elect their preferred candidates. We also did a story in the Midlands where 2 sisters were also in hiding because they were also receiving threats, because one of them was standing in as the ward candidate. So they had escaped from their home because they were receiving threats. So we are still hoping to pose this question to Ntombela to ask her, how are they saying that these things have decreased, but we are still having people who are saying that they have escaped from their homes because they are receiving threats on their lives.
I also saw reporting coming from your province talking about civil society as well, wanting to deploy so-called peace observers during the elections as well.
Yes, Blaine, you heard this. Most of the religious leaders who are saying they want to come out in these upcoming elections and go to the different voting districts and observe, Blaine, in order to make sure that there is peace. Because as you're saying, that KZN has been this one province where every election year we see these deaths, these threats, Blaine, these killings. And so we heard this religious leaders coming from, most of them from the KZN Christian Council, who are saying that the upcoming election, they will be going out to ensure that there is peace, Blaine. But as you can see, the deaths have started, but we are not even at the elections yet.
All right, Bongani Gema, live for us in KwaZulu-Natal, Cato Crest to be precise. Thank you very much indeed. Developing story, no doubt. When Bongani gets more information, you'll come back to us. We'll get it straight to you. It's a developing story, so we need to keep you abreast with the latest developments. Thank you very much indeed to Bongani and the team for his reporting. We're live from Auckland Park in Johannesburg. This is The Agenda. I'm Blaine Herman. Our sign language interpreters this morning are Triforce and Tsulengwe and Nonhlanhla Nyovane. Thank you very much indeed for staying with us. Elections, our anchor of democracy, isn't it? It gives us and it gives those who are vying for your vote a chance to listen to you. And yes, I hear your argument. Listening has to start from day one of being elected, even before that, one would argue, and then act. 1 + 1 has to equal 2. Listening plus acting needs to equal to problem solved, or at the very least, better. Political parties are out and about, as you can see. But so are our reporters, who are trying their level best to tell the people's story, pulling back that curtain I always talk about, giving you a window into what people are struggling with, and also what has been achieved over the past couple of years. Stand by for their live reports. For now, let's take a look at your top story.